Olympiacos just survived the drama. They needed Sasha Vezenko's heroics. They needed Thomas Walkup hitting a three-pointer as a dagger to finish that game against Baskonia and Vitoria. Is it something you didn't see happening in the EuroLeague opening night? Or like if you're traveling to Vitoria, you're expecting for some tough crowd over there?
I think winning an away game in the first round is not easy. It doesn't really matter how big of a favorite you are, but we can remember also what happened for Olympiacos last season in Baskonia. They also had a huge drama game. They needed heroics from Evan Fournier. It was also another high-scoring match. So it kind of reminded me in terms of how the game went, their same matchup of last season's. But actually, I don't think for anybody to win in Baskonia is going to be easy this season, because with Paolo Galbiati there as a coach, they play super fast. And thing of concern, I guess, for Olympiacos, or just thing to improve just because it's round one, is transition points. Baskonia had 24, while Olympiacos had only 6. And we saw how fast-paced tempo style was an issue for Olympiacos in this game. And I thought this is what actually made this game so interesting. The speed of Baskonia and the three-pointers. Did you see how many they took?
41. Do you know what was the highest average three-point shooting team last year?
I think it was around 30, the average.
32? Bayern Munich.
Bayern Munich. Okay.
None ever team averaged more than 33 pointers. So they attempted 41, more than 2 pointers. But that's something you can probably expect. It was not some unusual night from Baskonia, coached by Galbiati, right?
I talked with Eigirdas Žukauskas, Lithuanian, who played for Trento team last season. So he mentioned to me that, if you play for Paolo Galbiati, it means that any chance you have to shoot a three-pointer, you are allowed to shoot a three-pointer. So it's actually fun to play. And when you have Marcus Howard, when you have Luau Cabarro on that team, when you have those other guys...
Come on, man. Even Sedekerskis is taking really 6 three-pointers.
Step-back threes.
I mean, in situations where could you easily pass the ball out, pick a good shot.
Yeah.
Different shot selection. Tadas Sedekerskis is like shooting 3 or 4 three-pointers. But you cannot blame Tadas because it's the type of basketball that Coach Galbiati is actually requiring from you. So that's the freedom that some of those guys will get. Some of those guys, we are not used to see them getting that freedom.
Yeah. He has said that he doesn't like floaters. He hates floaters. He is an analytics guy, so 3 is better than 2, and the floater is one of the most inefficient shots in basketball. So this is what we are about to see from Baskonia. I think Olympiacos fans now will understand that this is not an easy win. So I think they should be happy. Round one, to get a win and to start the season on a high note, I think that's what's important, and your game will be better. And I think there are a lot of positives for Olympiacos to take away from this game. First and foremost, I think Nikola Milutinov. He started the game really well, and this is the Nikola Milutinov Olympiacos fans want to see. 12 points, 14 rebounds, 7 offensive rebounds. Olympiacos had 20 second chance possessions. That is just huge, crazy numbers. But again, you are facing a smaller front court of Baskonia. And Baskonia also switched a lot. So many times Milutinov or Vezenkov was found under the basket against smaller guys. So many times they had chance for offensive rebounds. But the biggest question is, what percent of games Milutinov will be available? Because when he plays, he's a beast in the EuroLeague. I still think he is. But I think I counted for the last 3 or 4 or 5 years, I think in every season he played between 60 and 70% of games.
Let's not chase injuries. Let's say it's going to be the year where Nikola Milutinov will play 100% of the games. How about that? Throw your track records into the trash bin. Throw your track records into the trash bin. Let's not chase the injury.
Usually you are not about bold predictions, but somehow, some way, he wants to say 100% of
this
games
year
for
is
Milutinov.
different. This year is different.
I hope.
I was checking where did those 20 offensive rebounds put into the box score and in the possessions and advantage that Olympiacos had, they didn't have any advantage because they attended 72 field goals while Baskonia had 71. But the advantage was at the free throw line. They attempted 32 and made 31, 97%.
That's
while
impressive.
Baskonia had only 16 and made 13.
You know, somebody might say that, you know...
I see comments. People like,
somebody helps Olympiacos always.
It's actually big, as you mentioned, it's so important to win away, especially when you're in a preseason mode, because Olympiacos is in a total preseason. They didn't have Keenan Evans. They just brought this Frank Ntilikina. He couldn't play yet, although he's with the team, learning and studying. Shaq McKissick was not there. A lot of their players are in the preseason mode, and that's the approach Olympiacos took. I mean, even if they lost this game against Baskonia, nobody was going to panic because they're quite determined that it will take time for them to build the momentum. But our game, our EuroLeague starts in March, April, and May. So we'll be patient with whatever the consequences will be on the standings, but we'll be right there to peak at the right moment. So it's not... I'm not underestimating Baskonia's efforts, which, I mean, they were so close to win that game. Actually, Baskonia also had a lot of minor injuries in the preseason. So to see them so competitive even against this type of Olympiacos in their preseason mode is huge. But yeah, Olympiacos will take it step by step. So you can expect some games that they might drop, of course, not on purpose, but just in general.
Yeah. I think Tyson Ward fits right in. Tyler Dorsey is still in a great shape from the Eurobasket. I think
FIBA Dorsey is here in the EuroLeague.
He started the game so well, hitting those 3-pointers. Olympiacos tried to target sometimes Marcus Howard with Thomas Walkup in the post. Some kickouts there. Tyler Dorsey capitalized on that, started the game extremely well. I mean, it could have been a so much easier match for Olympiacos. They started the game 0-13, 3-19 for Olympiacos, I think. It was it was about to be a blowout, but then, Baskonia started the game like 5 minutes, 6 minutes, a bit later than the first whistle. The jump ball happened, and I think, talking about newcomers, Tyson Ward fits right in. I don't think he will need a lot of time actually to adjust. Just a guy that, plays without the ball very well. He knows how to move without the ball. Hit the open shot, the only open shot he had tonight. Had some great cuts, and you can always count on him on the defensive side of the court. So
11 points in 15 minutes on a perfect shooting night.
I think that's a great upgrade. As good and as iconic Kostas Papanikolaou is for this team, and in the last couple of years, I still think he will play a part. But to get Tyson Ward, I think, is a huge upgrade. And we will not talk about him a lot this season, but I think he adds a lot to this Olympiacos team.
Wow, Kostas Papanikolaou is 35.
What did you think?
I expected,
25?
I hope that he was like 33, but like he's 35. He turns 36 next August. Man, Tyson Ward is a much needed improvement that they had this summer.
Exactly.
Although K-pop still remains efficient and clutch.
Yeah, but first day of EuroLeague has finished. To me, this is too soon. This is too soon. I don't know about you, Donatas, but the teams are not full. So many injuries at the start of the season. Like, that's ridiculous. Nobody's in shape.
But when someone was in shape in October, and actually September, we just turned into October 7 minutes ago.
Yeah, okay, but you can't be in a better shape in October. If you had a real preseason training camp, like 4 or 5 weeks of training, you would be playing better. No, it's just, I don't know.
Of course, if you had a full squad, if you had 6 weeks of preparation, yeah, probably. But, I mean...
No, it's just...
We're just living in a reality, not in some Cinderella story. So you cannot have a proper preparation. Maybe next year with this little
next
FIBA
year-
window in August, maybe
Next
it
year
won't
it'll be
damage
perfect.
much. Yeah.
Next year it'll be perfect. But just I'm saying we're watching preseason games, but they are just official. They just count to the standings. So these first 2 weeks will be a lot of fun, but at the same time a lot of mess and chaotic. Double week to start, that's crazy.
Enjoy this chaotic start of the EuroLeague season on BasketNews.com. Make sure to subscribe to Basket News YouTube channel and put this notification mark on not to miss any of our episodes as we're publishing those daily.